Welcome everybody to IceBBQ's podcast. My name is Loudy, Cryptopia's community manager. We have a jam-packed session for you guys. So let me just go ahead and introduce the people to my left, starting off with my friend here.
Hi everyone, my name is Victor. I am the CTO of Prime9, handle everything from the back end to smart contracts and the front end.
Hi, I'm Sebastian from Prime9. I'm the CMO, so I'm focusing on marketing, psychology, community acquisition, and retention.
Hello, my nickname actually is Pinky. You guys know me as IceBBQ on Discord, and here's my face today.
And hi, I'm Aki, one of the moderators in Cryptopia.
Hi, my name is Ava. I'm also one of the moderators in Cryptopia.
Hi, I'm Sisa, and I'm your marketing assistant of Cryptopia, handling all the social media related works.
So hello guys, my name is Doogie. So if you didn't know my face yet, so here I am.
So guys, I'm Ron Mendoza. I'm the marketing specialist for Cryptopia. I am also in charge of our outreach for investors.
Hey guys, my name is Kyle. I'm part of the development team of Cryptopia and I'm in charge of design.
All right, thank you very much guys for introducing yourself. Okay, so this is going to be a very intimate session. As you can see, we're all seated next to each other, our knees touching, our hearts intertwined. But enough about that. Let me just go ahead and survey the room. How are you guys doing? How are you this morning? Did you guys like eat already?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
All
right.
So later.
You guys will have a nice treat after this podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
The
Thank
sponsor already say yes by Mr. Hans.
Oh.
Thank you to Mr. Han, our co-founder, who always be lovely to our team.
Yes.
Say yes because the moderator wants some experience on Chinese hot pot.
Oh wow, there you go. So
he offering the experience for us.
definitely, Cryptopia takes care of their own. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the podcast. So let me go ahead and hand over the microphone to who's gonna ask the first question. So actually, let me go ahead and ask. Is this your first time in the Philippines, you guys?
Yes, it is. So
how was it? How was your experience?
it's been phenomenal so far. We landed last Saturday, and we visited many places. I mean, we stay in Makati, and then Web3 Festival was in BGC. It was really, really interesting to see the differences of the two locations, and then also the people have been amazing. They've been really, really friendly. Like there are a lot of situations where I thought, usually in Melbourne, Australia, they would just kind of ignore me and whatever, right? But here, I was kind of surprised that they would go beyond, and they would do things more than I would even ask for. So that has been a really, really great experience here in the Philippines.
Oh, thank you. How about you?
It's not my first time in the Philippines, but it is my first time in Manila, and so far, apart from the traffic, it has been phenomenal. Met a lot of brilliant people at the festival, BGC, Makati. Yeah, just some really great, wonderful people. Yeah.
Nice, thank you. How about you, Pinky? This is your first time.
It's my first time, and it's very wonderful time for my first visit. But yes, purposely, this trip I make it specially for you guys to see the moderators and to have this to be happen. And on the Web3 Festival is the bonus for our team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Pinky, for being so accommodating to us, even though you are our guests. But it feels like it's the other way around. So thank you very much. All right. So Prime9, what can you explain to our listeners right now what Prime9 is, what it's all about, and how do you research it?
Okay, so I guess I would summarize Prime9 as a narrative-driven PFP project. There's a lot of great art out there, but we realize it's not enough to have good art. You need something that connects with people on a visceral level. So at the core of it, we're putting narrative at sort of what we're focusing on, right? So we believe that once you have a strong IP with a compelling world and characters, you can really build anything you want on top of that as the foundation. Kind of like Star Wars, right? Once you have the compelling story of Star Wars, you can do anything from video games to books to TV shows. And so we're trying to build out a core IP, and then the grand vision long term is to build a game that really utilizes these characters in compelling ways.
Looking into it, it sort of feels like Warhammer, right? Where Warhammer is a very big IP, and a lot of developers are like jumping into it and, hey, can I like use your IP to like create my game? So are you guys open to that as well?
Oh, 100%. I mean, really, at the heart of it, we want to take sort of the strengths of Web3 and actually put the narrative long term in the hands of the community, right? So, it wouldn't really be in the spirit of Web3 if you just had this very top-down, authoritative sort of way of doing it, where you've got a bunch of people in a room deciding for everyone what the story will be. You need to start with training wheels, where you have a central vision from the beginning. But then what you do is eventually you leave it up to the community. Let's just say you have a roster of 10 characters. Which character does the community really want to zoom in on and explore their motivations, the journey they go on, the interplay between different characters in the world? And then eventually, instead of having like a handful of people doing the writing and the narrative, you actually have thousands of highly engaged community members driving it forward and taking it in all kinds of different directions, including non-official stuff, right? So yeah, that's the vision.
Amazing, yeah. So I just like to go ahead and go back to the part where you said you wanted to go ahead and build your IP. Let me go ahead and touch up on that and ask you guys, how effective is that going to be in the long run? Since you mentioned that you wanted to like build an IP first, you wanted before anything else. Can you talk us through that strategy?
Okay, so I guess what it mainly involves is bringing a bunch of writers on hand, just iterating with them, creating what's called a lore bible, which is really just, I guess, like the essential components of what the story involves, some of the central characters, what's like the backstory leading up to it. You can kind of imagine Game of Thrones, right? Where at the get-go from the story, there's all these events that have happened, and that is really the catalyst for everything that happens beyond that. And so that's what we're looking to do. You have this sort of centerpiece that's happened, and then, I guess you'll have decades of history and narrative that will proceed from that. So,
So I'm guessing lore freaks will like create YouTube videos of you guys create speculations, theories about the story behind your game, and that's something that I really like about most games right now. But some other games are like, okay, so here's a thin layer of story or lore behind our game, and it's really up to you to like interpret it. But sometimes it's really beneficial for like the consumer, for players to have something that they can grab onto, right? So that I really appreciate you guys doing that, because there's not a lot of Web3 games out there that are doing what you guys are doing. So yeah, pretty good job. Pinky, do you have any questions for them? Yeah.
What you guys impression when I introduce you guys, all the moderators and the teams? How do you feel when we are together like this? Because got to tell that this is come without an expectation. We happy to have you guys here. We hope that we can be a good partner in the future. So I want to know how you guys get the impression when we are together.
I guess I would say it feels like a great big happy family, right? It's not this pyramid thing where you have a couple people at the top just dictating what everyone below them is doing. It feels like you're all sort of on the same level, communicating effectively and driving towards something together. So I'm really happy to see that.
We're gonna cry now.
Victor, you just got here.
Yeah, I just got here and then got this podcast started like 5 minutes. So, my first impression, literally, was you guys are a happy bunch. Very happy.
We are.
And that's good. And that's good, right? It's good to be happy and lively in this world. And you guys exemplify that. So.
Yay.
Thank you very much, man. All right, so let me just go ahead and again survey the room over here. Guys, do you have any questions for our guests? Or for everyone? Or for anyone, yeah.
Hang on, before.
Yeah, what's up?
May I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I want to know the impression of each moderator. When.
Let me just go ahead and. Okay, go ahead. It's not working. Go. It's working now.
I want to
know the impression of all the moderator when they first know IceBBQ on Discord. The first week, I remember like I got there first week and I won. I got the first prize of live quiz. Yeah. So I want to know what is the impression of you guys.
All right. Well, okay. So for me, the first impression of you, you know, when you first hit our Discord, you were like so energetic and you were like so over the top. You know, she was like going all over the place. You know, saying hello to everybody and like interacting with strangers basically. And we were like, who's this? Who's this? Like, she must be like a young, lively person who was like, you know, really all over the place, you know. But you know, getting to meet her, she's very down to earth. You know, she's very kind. Although she's very energetic when you like sit down with her one-on-one. She's a very intimate person. You know, she likes to really take care of you. And I hate to say this, but she's kind of reminds me of my mom. No. What I'm saying.
I like that.
You like that.
Because I like
That's a
to
compliment for you?
people. Yeah. I like to
Okay,
take care of
okay.
people.
All right, that's good to know. All right, so yeah. How about you guys? What's your first impression of Pinky?
Yeah, perfect. This is a very good question for Pinky since I'm the one who got, you know, I'm the one, I think I'm the first moderator that I talked to you. Yeah, I am. Because, you know, I am the first moderator of Cryptopia, right? And you came in, and then I remember when we have that event, and then you won an early access chip for that event, for the quiz or something, if I'm not mistaken. First prize, I think. So yeah, my first impressions about you, Pinky or IceBBQ. If I'm not mistaken as well, we are the one who gave the BBQ, the letter BBQ together with John. So and we created an emoji for that one, and then yeah, we created an emoji that represents the word IceBBQ or something, and then when I met Pinky, I mean when I first met Pinky on our Discord, like is she a guy or a girl? And then I checked the I checked the profile of her Discord account, and then she's using the the sticker or something, and then IceBBQ always use the stickers, and then what she represents, he's a very kind person. She's lucky go person, happy go lucky person, yeah. And I'm very happy to meet you, and it's an honor to meet IceBBQ.
All right, perfect. All right, good to know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Careful, man.
Just a while. I'm not gonna die, don't worry.
Alright, so how about you?
So for me, it was my first day on Cryptopia, and I got on Discord, and I already see them interacting. It was Pinky, and it was Miko who were talking on Discord. So I thought to myself, oh, what about I hop in this conversation? And it was a good experience because they were very welcoming, especially Pinky. We got to talk a lot of times on Discord discussing about Cryptopia, and it's good to know that she is really into this project, and I am hands down appreciating that factor that she is giving an effort for Cryptopia.
Hello. So for me, I first saw her at the event night where she won the early access chips. Yeah. I was like, she's very competitive. Yeah. Every time our panelist has an answer, she was like, me. She's so graceful at her answers.
Yeah, no one answered that question, but she would answer the question.
Yeah. She always has an answer to everything. So yeah, that's for me.
All right, and you guys, we don't have.
I first talked to her in our general channel on Cryptopia server, and we're not that close to each other. We just randomly talking and about stuffs. Then when the one of the event, which is Kyle talking about, is I'm amazed that she is new in our Discord, but she knows like everything and answer everything or every questions that was asked on that event.
She read the white paper and like
Yeah. She's new, but like it's like she knows everything about Cryptopia.
For sure,
It's
yeah.
impressive, right?
How about you, Abo?
So when I first saw BBQ, we're really not that close to, but then I always feel like she is so friendly and you can talk to her anytime, and that's what I did. So now look at us, we're so close now that she's here also in the Philippines, and our bond is just so strong. So yeah, that's it.
First impression of Pinky, of course, is she's very, very knowledgeable about about the Cryptopia. Even though she's not paid to stay there, she's not paid to hang out with us. But I really admired her knowledge, and that her very her friendliness towards everyone. Like she's not choosing. I mean, regardless of who you are, regardless of where you come from, regardless if you are moderator or not, she will definitely talk to you. And there were a lot of things that we are actually able to talk about, like the travels, the stuff that you do in a daily basis. Like we're like really friends virtually, and that now we're just very happy that you are here and that we're able to seal it, the friendship, and that of course we are looking forward to spending more time with you in Cryptopia and of course in real life as well.
For sure, definitely. Thank you very much for saying those kind words. Pinky, do you have anything to say for us?
I want to ask them.
Oh, you.
What is the impression with the
Okay, so this is gonna be a little different. So I will pre-warn you.
How you know me the first time?
I was in robes with Sebastian here, right? In these cultist uniforms. We're walking around the Web3 Festival, and then all of a sudden, we're the ones that meant to ambush people with the scrolls, but then we got ambushed by you.
That's her. That's Pinky.
We got ambushed by you, and I think you were asking Sebastian, where do you get the robes? Where do you get the robes?
She was asking for the robes.
And I was like, wait, that is strange. That is not the usual response. People are some people when we go up to them, right? They're like, whoa, you guys are scary. But then you, on the other hand, you were not scared of us at all, even though we had these black robes and everything. So that was a very interesting first experience.
Yeah, I would say totally fearless in the face of evil. So that's great. Yeah, no, you're just warm, kind, obviously very intelligent. You've been in the space for a long time, very charming, extroverted. Yeah, that's my first impression of you. Met in the robes as well, handing out the scrolls for our project, and you left a very strong impression. So yeah.
Great job, yeah. I just like to go back to the robes thing. Whose idea was that?
That was, I guess that was both of our idea. We spent a long time working on the scroll sort of strategy that we had. We wanted to make it more remarkable, right? Like, if it's not worth discussing or taking photos with or anything, it kind of fails as a marketing strategy. And we found that like every 3 or 4 people we talked to wanted to take a selfie with us because it was just so weird and strange and out there. So we consider that a huge success. So we're quite proud of that.
That was definitely effective. Yeah.
It was actually a culmination of things, right? So first we started off with the scrolls, and then it kind of grew from there. I think we talked to one person before, and then he was like, "Oh, how are you handing out the scrolls? Are you going to go up to people and tap them on the back?" That wasn't the plan, but then eventually we're like, "Huh, that's a good idea." So we decided to take that further, and then we're like, you know what? Let's just go full cultist. I mean, the scrolls are already kind of
full cultist.
And in fact, like, let me tell you about the original plan as well, right? In the conference, you might have seen 2, but that was a far cry from the original plan.
Okay.
The original one, we were like, okay, let's hire 9 people, 9 cultists, right? We had like a full formation going on. We would have 2 triangles and 2 gongs. And then the cultists would, they'll literally be carrying them around, and they would perform like a whole ritual and a whole chant. and then give it to them. But that plan unfortunately didn't come to fruition because logistical issues and whatnot. So we had to do the two robes. But that was meant to be the full vision.
It's still perfect. Though.
It still turned out quite well.
Yes.
I think it was pretty fun. People enjoyed it, and
Yeah, actually remember Sebastian coming up to me. Imagine a 6+ guy coming up to you in a row and you a scroll. I was so terrified.
Can I say something about the role?
I gotta say, like, how I know Sebastian and connect to Primer is just both of them come with the role. I don't know who they are. I don't really care, to be honest. I just want the role. So I just asked him, where you got this role? I really want it. Can you give it to me? And then Sebastian just said, like, well, you can have the rope if you give me your telegram. Well, yeah, just take it, my telegram. And then I can have the rope, right? And then he said, like, well, come back next day and I give you the rope. Like, I come back next day, I still didn't get the rope. And then I just asked him, like, what is your project? Why you just walk around here with a rope? Then he started to introduce his project, and I think, like, they are young project, and it's very interesting. Yeah, for us to be a partner with them, and I like the way they present themselves, kind, positive way. Even they wear some kind of like scary thing, but it didn't scare me at all. But everyone know that I'm the pirate. I'm not scared of this kind of thing. But anyway, got to say thank you to Sebastian that asked for a telegram. Even I didn't get the rope. Yeah. Yeah. But I got it from the twins. My Japanese friend, she gave me the rope, and I got a picture, the rope, and this is a gift. Yeah. I gonna use this to mention for who gave me this. It's from Master Wolf. She's a gamer and supporter to Dividing's game. Yeah, she didn't get paid to come to the event though, but she come to support Sojo, the founder of Dividing's. Yes, yes. So we want someone like Master Wolf to be our supporter. So I hope that Master Wolf and her follower will try a Cryptopia. Yeah, and maybe after the primer finished, they could try the new game as well. And that's how I like to connect everyone together as a friendship, as a family, as whatever you want to call. But I want to connect with you guys. Yeah.
That's amazing, Pinky. You know what? Connecting with projects is something that's definitely one of Cryptopia's goals, and you guys are. I'm not saying that we are gonna project because there's gonna be a lot of talking involved for that, but I'm looking forward to your project. You guys have a lot of potential. I mean, I'm a big fan of Borderlands. You guys know the Borderlands game? Yeah, I'm a big fan of that, and if you guys go into that route, you can definitely do so. There's a lot of opportunities for you, to create an RPG game, to create a wasteland type of thing, a Fallout kind of thing, right? So the sky's the limits are for you guys. So great job. At this point, Cindy, do you have questions prepared for everyone?
Actually, our friends here have questions for Pinky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she's here for the first time, and it's first time to meet her, and really wanted to know you more. And I'm sure our audience would love to know more about you. And right now, maybe we can start with Aki.
Aki, what's your question for Pinky?
I want to know what is your impression about Cryptopia.
You mean impressions? How do I feel about Cryptopia?
Yes, your first impression about
First impression. First time.
Yes.
I don't want to make this an awkward, but as the same way as I meet Sebastian.
Oh, okay.
Because I meet Mr. Hunt in the elevator.
Whoa.
Yes, just like I did.
Was he wearing a robe as well?
No. I was one of the event, of the investor event, and Mr. Han is there. I didn't meet him in the event until I go back to my room, and just one person is me. And then I pressed to the floor, and it's like the door is nearly closing. Then one man walked in, so I just like tapped to open the elevator. Say like, hey, you can come with me. And what floor are you? And then I just see the symbol. Because I designed my own company logo, so I interesting of this design. So like, where are you? Like Cryptopia. Like at the back of his shirt, Cryptopia is like, I heard about that. Some of my friends mint the NFT. I work with Cryptopia. And he said, yes, I work with Cryptopia. Do you know Frank? No, I don't know. Who is him? He's a lead developer for Cryptopia. Is he come here? And I said, yeah. Can you introduce him to me? Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. Then the next day, I got to talk to Frank. But, after that, Frank asked to exchange the contact, so I talked with him a lot about One Piece, which is not related to Cryptopia at all. And everything is about pirates and enemies and things, but I could touch that. Mr. Han and Mr. Frank, they are the real people. I don't like to spend my time and waste my time to deal with fake people. I've been in the shop business for many years. I could sense like they are kind and good people and put a lot into their work, especially Mr. Frank. Spend time for about 1 hour, explain about his game and his idea and things. For the first time we met, he put his time, and he doesn't know who I am. Of course, I didn't know who he is, but he spent a lot of time in explaining things. And that time, I didn't know that he's a founder still. But I think like, oh, this guy is really cool. I should have a connection with game designer and things. So I exchanged contact with him. I never expect anything from Frank's hands. Never expect anything from Cryptopia. But I think this project is a cool project. I go to read white paper, and I was thinking like, maybe I could make my dream come true through the Cryptopia, because I always want to be a pirate. So why not put the idea of the pirate into this game and see any possibility to happen? And generous of Mr. Frank, he talked to John, and John, he's a fan of old-time cowboys and pirates and things. So thank you to John as well that make it happen, make it become true. That's why I just want to grow together with Cryptopia. I just think like Cryptopia people, they are like very smart and they put their soul into what they are doing. And that's why I want to be part of that. I don't want to missing this part.
Very good.
So this leads me to another question. So since we know that you loved Cryptopia so much, we heard how you discovered Cryptopia. I just want to know that did you ever foresee being an ambassador of Cryptopia? How does it feel? Do you feel any pressure at all, knowing that you have your own business? So yeah, what's your thoughts? How was it?
I never want to be someone famous. I
You
don't
are
want.
now in Cryptopia.
It's just my life. It's just my life. It's all the time since I was a kid. Like I don't want to be someone who know, because I want to have my freedom 100%. 100%. I do anything I want, bad or good. No one gonna judging me. Like, hey, this is bad. This is good. Like, you don't know me. Something like that. That's kind of me. And that's why I don't want many people to know me, so I can do anything that I want. Sometimes I have a passion like a boy. Sometimes I have a fashion like girls, and people just can't figure it out what gender I am. That's just kind of normal of my life because I don't want to put myself I'm female or male, because my soul inside I have courage. I have more into like a man's side. That's for me. I am not expecting to be the ambassador for Cryptopia, but yes, but it will help Cryptopia grow because I want to. I'm kind of like business person too. I want to make sure that the business that I put my investment in have guarantee in return. And if I want to make sure if that is going to work, I got to put myself in. And that's why when Mr. Frank asked for my information the 5th time, okay, I'm gonna write my own profile and give it to the team. So yeah, I create everything under the condition like I work with Cryptopia whenever I want, whatever I want. I have my own idea, and Mr. Frank and Mr. Han generous enough to allow me to stay outside of the box. So everything that I do here, I don't feel like I am forcing. It's everything that I could create it, and it's make me feel so good to connect with you guys. Yeah, I really appreciate your care and your love. Yeah, that's mean a lot to me. That I would say like never stop being nice to people because we never know when they're gonna return the favor to us, right? Yeah, yeah, that's how they feel.
Thank you.
I was just about to say that, maybe we have not mentioned this to you, but when we heard that you are actually going to be our ambassador from Thailand, we are very happy and very proud. It's because it feels like you're just one of us, and then you went and fly as an ambassador of Cryptopia. So that was a very big success for not just for you, for Cryptopia, but also for us. No, and now that you are here, we want to mention that we're also very, very happy to meet you in person, and we'd like to ask you, how was your experience from day one going here in the Philippines? How was it? How did you? How is the journey? How do you feel about meeting us here?
I buy the ticket. When I buy the ticket, I just like I want to see the moderator. That's all in my head, 100%. It's nothing out in my head. And thank you to PJ she organized everything. Yeah. She bought a ticket for the event. I didn't know what to expect from the event neither. I never joined this kind of event. But this is far, far, far beyond what I... Yes. Because I didn't expect anything. And it's go like, if you have scale like 100%, I got maybe like 500%. It's like a lot of bonus, and until like I got to sit on the top of my suitcase to zip it up, you know what I mean? Yeah, it can't zip it up easy. Yeah, because I got so much. I feel this trip is very successful for Cryptopia, for our team. Yeah, about work, and we're quite successful by making a friendship with new partner. Example for Primer. Yeah. And of course a few game, yeah, and also I have very good impressions about the moderators in Philippines. You guys just nice as I was expected when we are chatting. Besides, I like to read a book, but besides like to read a book, I like to read people. And I always like, fly somewhere to prove my theory. Like if what I think is right or not. And this is much better than what I expect, Aki. And you guys put a lot of effort. Yeah, Aki wake up very early to make a burritos that's very nice, very delicious. And Thank you to Cindy. You are an amazing person. Yeah, brought me for a trip, and thank you to Laudi for a very hard work. And I really appreciate this shirt. I keep put in the washing machine and wash it. I don't know. I make a trip here for less than 10 days, and I wear this shirt like 5 days because, like, I so love what you guys giving me. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm very happy to hear that, and I'm really glad that you're enjoying your stay here. We look forward to meeting you again in the future. Maybe we can come together to Boracay or some other beautiful places here in the Philippines. Yeah. And for my next question, I guess this goes out to the three of you who are guests here in Philippines. So how was the PH Web3 experience? So what was your favorite part of the event?
Favorite part of the event? That's a tough question to answer because the whole exactly. I mean, there's so many good parts. I mean, from the booths it was very creative. A lot of you had Binance, they had the hanging bar thing. That was kind of okay. But then what they did well was they wrapped it in the crypto stuff. They said diamond hands, or like how long can you hodl. So that they did that pretty well. And there was just like the speakers was really good as well. Just everything. There was a lot of like game demos, and everything about the festival was better than I expected. I met so many good people in the side events. It was just an overwhelming amount of side events, which... So I was talking to the organizer, one of the organizers, Celeste, from YGG. And I was like, how the hell did you even plan this in 2 months? And I was just amazed. And she's like, no person should go through that experience, planning this entire festival in 2 months. But yeah, I'm just super grateful for just how everything turned out, and just the amount of planning, organization that went through to actually make this event such a success.
Yeah, for me, I would just say it's the people, right? I mean, I think we probably talked to 100 plus people the whole time we were there, and just learning their backstories, how they first got into crypto, what drove them into it. For some people it's DeFi, it's the NFTs, it's the culture, what they're looking forward to, how they're like staying strong during these down markets, right? It takes a lot of courage and conviction to still be around when everything is happening, right? I mean, FTX just blew up right before the conference, then we had Luna, Celsius, now BlockFi, everything. So to still be here, it shows a lot of character, I think. So meeting all those incredible people was probably my highlight. Yeah. How about you? What was your highlight?
Okay, because you guys know that I am quite play and cheerful person, so I didn't really expect anything but to volunteer myself to support the moderators. Whatever you guys need my help, just ask me, and I gonna help. And I help you guys to chasing. Yeah, I'm usually a person who not approach anyone first. That's kind of my way. I just like, if the party is like many people in the room, and you can see me like sit in the corner and try to be quiet with my drink, enjoy my drink there, and then somehow people are gonna come and approach me at the end. So, but we got to do it. Run and chasing some, influencer on TikTok who have more than 1 million views. Can you example the name that we have a contact with them?
Yeah, we were able to talk to Marvin Favis, James Afante, Cryptopia, Gio Comia, and many more. And I really admire how fast you run.
For the record.
No, but
yeah, just for the record. I'm so proud of it that I could make what they want to happen to be happened. And I got to mention Sergio, the founder of The Begins. Poor him, for he met me the first time, but I guarantee that he never forget me ever in his life. Because the first time when I saw the booth, it's like, this is The Begins? I have like 100 of your NFT. And you're not scam. And you're founder and you're here and I see you. I was like, he just like, oh my God, what is this woman talk about? But because it's, kind of weird behave, we become like have a good connection, and somehow I assume that I may be one of the favorite of the Discord for the begins as well. So let's combine two teams together. Yeah. So I very impressed for the all father. They put effort into this event. Have a lot of positive things happened. I won the YGG box, the first jackpot box, very early of the event without knowing what is it. Everybody's just scream around me. It's like, what happened? And just like, you win the box. Okay, so what is inside the box? I just don't know. But thank you to YGG for making it happen. And I take it as a sign of the universe that YGG and Pinky or IceBBQ should be connected. Just like the first time when I connect with Cryptopia, I won airdrop eco faction. I won airdrop eco faction, and I did the test, and the test come out result. I am on the eco, and I take it as a sign that I should invest more into Cryptopia. And I do so. I should study more about YGG since I have some connection with YGG already. Here got 2 boxes. So first box I win the prize, and the second box I have to give the credit to Mr. JB. Very kind of Mr. JB, and he's come and introduced himself to me. Yes. And I won't waste that chance. So I just tell him like, I won the box yesterday. Yeah, just go to whisper on him. Yeah, congratulations. But my friend wanted so bad. Anything like, this is not fair. This is not fair. He wanted to have it so bad and he didn't get it. And I promised him that I make sure we got another box. I just say I make sure I got another box. So I'm so reliant on Miko. I'm so reliant on Abo. It not happened. And it was like 6 p.m. I never broke promise in my life, and I promised that he gonna have the box. So if I'm not get another box, I got to give this box, my own box, to him. Thanks to the universe. JB give me the other box. So another box will be shared to the moderators, to Ron, who wanted so bad, sharing with Carl, who wanted to but don't want to show it, he wanted so bad. Yeah, very behaved man, always very kind for Carl. Unexpectedly, Abo asking she want to be part of the share as well. Yeah, sorry I talked very long until I forget what was the question, but I'm gonna have you guys open this box.
Right now?
Yes, do it. I'm not gonna tell you guys what I'm giving to anyone. You guys got to come to discussions as a family. Who will get what?
So while waiting for the box to be open, I just want to ask guys.
Ron, come on.
Yeah, so while opening the box, guys, so while waiting, I just want to ask a few questions about you guys. So, what did you learn from the Web3 Festival in the Philippines, and what do you think that you can apply to your project as well?
I guess it really highlighted for me how strong the Web3 crypto community is here in the Philippines, right? I kind of had an inkling about it. I mean, I originally heard that Axie Infinity was big here, and I thought, oh, okay, it's like one more spot where crypto is taking off. But I didn't realize how passionate people were here about sort of Web3 and the vision, and really just, crypto is the great equalizer, right? So to see so many passionate people here, especially in the conditions that we're in, I know, just put a lot of it made me very hopeful for the future. So very positive takeaway for me.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of the same thing as well, like Sebastian. It's really interesting to see kind of the reception towards crypto and projects as a whole in person. When you're kind of sitting behind the computer, sitting in Australia, and you're not really, yes, you're interacting with people on Discord. Yes, you're interacting with people on Twitter. But when you're not actually talking to them in person, it almost feels surreal or real in that sense, right? When you're in Discord, it's just another kind of username that pops up, and you tend to forget that it is real people behind everything.
True.
Yeah, exactly. And you hear about stats a lot. It's like, 10,000 people active playing this, 100,000, but those are just numbers until you actually see what those numbers mean. So it's very interesting for me in that sense that the perspective has what really taught me to see, like, okay, wow, this is actually real, and I'm not just some crazy guy sitting behind a computer and it's just some random stuff.
Alright, so I'm gonna pass forward.
Yes, I think it's just time for a final question, and we can maybe ask the three guests, what are your messages, or what are your advice for the people who are watching, especially for the for young ones who are starting with Web3 and with
Yes.
Well, me myself, I want to be like you guys as well. I'm a very known person in the Web3, so I want to be like you. What's your advice?
So crypto is a pretty dangerous place, and in order for you to really get good at crypto and make money, survive, and not lose money, you have to look at things from a very skeptical perspective, right? You can't trust a lot of things, and one of the biggest things I've learned, I was in crypto in 2017. I lost a lot of money then. Well, at the time, it was a lot of money for me, and through that experience, I learned a lot, right? And that was my first cycle. The second cycle happened in 2020 and 2021, and I was successful in it because I lost money in the 2017 cycle. And so for people that are coming in now, you have to be super careful with who you're listening to. So a lot of people on, let's say, YouTube, influencers, for example, if they're telling you to buy a coin, usually it's because they are getting paid to do so. They are shilling it, they're pumping it. They bought before you bought, and then they're just gonna dump it on you. And so you have to be really careful with that. And so that's a very common trap. Even I fell into, right? I was like, this influencers, they're trustworthy. I'm gonna listen to them, but turns out they're actually not. And so if you go through all that, read up on projects, actually read the white papers, go into the communities, talk to the people there, and really make your own decisions about the project, and not like just hear it from someone else, and do your own research, right? That's the famous saying here. Then you can trust your decision, and then you can have full faith in what you are investing in. Or else, if you don't really know what you're investing, you're inclined to just dump it as soon as price goes down 5%. And then do that enough, you'll get a sense of, maybe if you want to do your own project, then if you like, I really like DeFi, I'm going to learn more about all the DeFi projects. And then it's like, okay, maybe there's a gap in the market, I want to do that. If you like NFTs, right, be with all the NFT communities. Now I want to do this because no one else is doing this, and I think I can make it better. And then from there, you can really just adjust and pivot and go from there. But it all comes from a base of just really doing the research by yourself and trusting your own experiences, and learning and mistakes that will happen. Don't freak out, but it's part of the process.
I guess I would just say the main two things are be be actively curious and be consistent, right? There's this great saying that is time in the market beats timing the market. So it's not about picking the exact point to buy in and the exact point to sell out. It's about having conviction that the space as a whole is going to move in the right direction and picking the winners more often than you pick the losers, right? So yeah, just go beyond the surface level stuff that you see on Twitter and YouTube. Try and find the smartest people in the space, but also don't take their word for it, right? Because they have serious investments in one direction or another. So find people from blockchain A, blockchain B, blockchain C, whether it's blockchain, DeFi, or NFTs. Ask them what they think of their own project, which will obviously be positive. Ask them what they think of other projects. It'll obviously be biased, but there will be nuggets of truth in that. So really be an adversarial thinker. So take many different points of information from different perspectives. Do your best to sort of aggregate them and figure out what's true and what's not. And just spend as much time as you can. Pick a niche that fills your interest the most, whether it's DeFi or NFTs or like the middleware or infrastructure. Just specialize as much as you can and don't get caught up in the hype. We're in a good time right now where if you're watching this, you're probably smart enough to have stuck around. You're not just purely driven by the greed and the euphoria of last year. So just take your time. This is what I did, back in 2017. I watched as it went all the way up. I threw $100 at it just to see what happened, but I didn't go too crazy with it. And then I watched it all basically go to zero. And I just kept reading and reading and reading until, exactly, through 2017 to 2019. And it was only in 2019 that I actually started buying seriously because I didn't feel confident enough that I knew what I was doing to actually throw it in. So yeah, just read for as long as you can, be consistent, and wait until you have a proper conviction before you start buying.
I am start to be in crypto for like kind of full time maybe. I start crypto actually in the early 2020. Got to say thank you to COVID. I'm like before I'm like a real investor. I have many business on the side and I don't like to work. And always when people ask what is your job, like I don't have a job, and I only have a hobby. But all of my hobby it just make the money when I sleep and when I wake up. I traveling somewhere, and then like I can't traveling. I'm stuck. I stuck in quarantine in the room for 2 weeks. Okay, my cooking skill kind of come back, and then like I finished cooking, I finished reading. Okay, what should I do? Then I just kind of like, do some research about crypto, and I got to one project, Cardano, ADA. I just can't sleep with the project. The vision and the concept, just like what Frank told me, is to help people in the undeveloped country or still developed country, just to make people who didn't have a chance of many things for them to could afford something in their life. When I learned about this project, I just like crypto is not just about Bitcoin. It's just more than that. I could just spend my free time and read about crypto and study about it. So anyway, I text one of my best friend. He's in Norway. And anyway, he sent me 12 Cardano. And that's how I start with the crypto. But I put a lot of time to investing. Study and put the money in, because I know when Bitcoin went to like $64,000. This is the top of Fuji Mountain. I gotta get in and try to be part of it, and then let's walk down the mountain together. Yeah, because if I'm not sure, Cindy, you like to trek, right?
Yes.
You like to trek. Like when we go up, is always easier than we going down.
Of course.
Yes.
It's also more dangerous.
Yes, more dangerous when going down. So I choose the most dangerous part because I want the business and the market beating me. When I get in, I want bad experience. But I still win. I'm not really lost the money. So I just have no way to check my own feeling. How do I feel when I lost? So I predicted, I write it down in a book that the market will be crashed. And I'm waiting to see my expectation become true. And the value of my portfolio is going down quite a lot. And the answer is I feel nothing. I feel nothing with the money. I feel nothing because the token is still the same. Because of why? Every coins that I buy and invest, I study about them. I know them. And I believe in them. So when I investing in what I believe in, it's okay. You got cheaper, good. Then I can collect you more. That's how I feel. Just wait for the right shot. When the gun is ready, when the bullet is ready, target, make a point, and shoot. That's how I feel about crypto. Yeah. But to you guys who's like new in crypto, study and learn hard, and investing in what you are believe in. Don't investing into what people say like you're gonna make a ton of money. If you do it for your own passionate, your own life, your own respect, you're gonna get the bonus out of it. But if you're expecting to make a ton of money, it's not different from going to casino and you are not good with math. You're not gonna be the winner. Yeah. Thank
just
you.
A quick question. Yes
Yeah.
or no? Is it true that you need to lose a lot of money just to learn in crypto?
I say no.
No.
I say
How
no.
about you guys?
Yeah, I would say no. I was fortunate to not really lose much at all. So, I mean, I would just say it's all just about patience. So, yeah.
I'd say no. It is not necessary to lose money, but it is common to lose money.
All right. Okay. All right. So from crypto to life lessons, I think this podcast session has been very fruitful, and I'm sure that our listeners have gathered a lot of information from these guys. So let's go ahead and take this opportunity for Prime 9 to invite people to your project.
Yeah, so you can connect with Prime9 at our Twitter, which is at Prime9NFT. And you can also check out the website, which is prime9.io. And the Discord is also in the Twitter bio.
Also important to say that the 9 is spelt out. It's not the number 9. Yeah. So N-I-N-E. Yeah, so check us out on Twitter, check out the Discord, the website.
We're also on the Prime9, but if you want to connect with us individually.
Yeah, my handle is SOBIZR on Twitter, and yours is?
Atheo 4K or 9K. I don't remember the number.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I like that.
9K. Yeah.
I don't remember mine either.
Yeah. Thanks so much for this opportunity. It was great meeting you all and talking. We'd love to collaborate wherever possible in future. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Again, this is IceBBQ's podcast. Check it out on YouTube, and we'll be posting it on the socials as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Prime9, for guesting on the podcast. Thank you very much, Pinky, for organizing this mini podcast. So, thank you very much, guys. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Peace out. Thank you.